Good evening. Just a recap of the council meeting for the City of Grand Rapids for Monday, December 16th, 2013. Under public forum, Dan Butterfield had come in to talk a little bit about airport leases and how that works, how the escalators were calculated, and also to talk about some property around there and whether or not the airport was looking at any type of expansion out in the future. And I think as our city administrator had referenced, 5,900 square feet or length and going to 7,100 did not seem like that was a realistic plan for our airport at this point in time based on what the FAA is telling us. Short council meeting again this evening. Under our consent agenda, we did pull our item 3, which was our levy, to have that as a regular discussion item. We accepted a resignation from Lee Anderson from the Planning Commission, approved some leases at Central School, also the termination of some leases at Central School. The department head report this evening was from Dale Anderson from Park and Rec. He updated the council that the last opportunity to give input on the park and trail plan that the city has been working on is tomorrow night, Tuesday the 17th at 6:30 here in council chambers. So if you're out there and you're interested in what that park and trail plan is going to look like, there is still time to come tomorrow night at 6:30, give your concern, give your input, and we can take a look at that. The other thing that Dale had talked about that I wrote down that was of interest, we're looking at having an increased number of hockey tournaments in Grand Rapids this year. With the increased number of tournaments, it's also increasing the time that teams would have to travel into town. So instead of staying 2 nights for a hockey tournament, a lot of teams will be coming into town and staying an additional night, so they would be staying Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. So the businesses around town with the increased tournaments, I think we'll see an increase in activity and revenue coming into those businesses, which is all good. City Hall is going to be closed Tuesday, December 24th, all day instead of just half a day. City staff will have the option of coming in and working, but the doors will be closed and they'll work behind closed doors, or they can take FTO and take the whole day off. We extended for 5 years our legal services agreement for civil services with Sturl Law Office. We had 2 law firms that had applied, Sturl Law Office and Colosimo Law Office out of Virginia. It's a $9,200 a month retainer in 14, $9,515 with some slight increases over the last 3 years of the 5-year agreement, but it's an all-inclusive. Basically covers them at all meetings and stuff at the discretion, or additional meetings at the discretion of our city attorney. Item 3 from a consent agenda was pulled, and that's our truth and taxation meeting that we had last week, and we set our levy tonight. As you recall, our preliminary levy that was set in September was 3.785%. We looked at 2 options this evening. First option would be to increase our levy at 2.21%. The second option was to increase our levy at 2.70, and the difference in option 1 and option 2 was that option 2 had an additional police officer coming in May or June of this year from a staffing standpoint to address the workload in the PD through our annexation process and safety concerns of not having an adequate number of staffing to respond to incidents in the city limits of Grand Rapids. It was a 4-1 vote. We voted to go with the option 2, which is a 2.70% levy increase for 2013 payable in 2013 payable correct in 14, which is minus 1.085% lower than what the preliminary levy rate was proposed in September that came out. We paid the bills. With that, this was our last council meeting for 2013. I would hope that everyone has a safe and enjoyable holiday season. Please take care. The roads are slippery. Our Public Works Department's doing what they can out there. Road conditions are improving slightly. We're going to have some warm days the next couple of days, and hopefully we'll be able to get some of that packed snow that looks like ice on the roads up and off, and it will improve at intersections. But the best precaution is certainly to be cautious yourself when you're driving and take that extra time, budget it in when you're traveling around the city of Grand Rapids. Be safe and be happy, and we will see everyone in January. Thank you.